All right. Today's a little bit different. We're going to talk about the kickflip. And mainly, we're going to talk about cleaning up your style. Now, I've been learning a lot of things in nollie and switch, which has really made me look at my fingers. Because when this is how I normally ride, when you're rolling nollie, you're going to pop. And if you have these fingers out, they're in the way, right? And then if you're rolling switch and you got the fingers out, it looks like you're doing the old three finger shuffle, right? You don't need that third musketeer in there. Two will do you. Now, inevitably, sometimes your fingers are going to pop out a little bit. That's okay. That's okay, guys. But for the most part, we want to try to keep them tucked in. Now, this is going to be frustrating to some because you've learned a lot of tricks like this, and this is going to feel foreign. That is okay. Once you start doing nollie and switch, that is going to feel very foreign as well. It feels foreign to me right now. I can do switch kick flips, nollie flips, nollie varials, and nollie trays. Very rarely nollie trays. So I'm still learning nollie and switch, so it's never too late to learn because I've been fingerboarding for off and on since I was a little kid. So don't get too caught up. But now is the time to clean up your style, especially if you plan on filming, which if you're fingerboarding and let's say like you're fingerboarding and if you have a professional grade setup, um, if you have more than one setup, um, you should be wanting to eventually film. You should be wanting to progress your tricks enough to make an edit or or be going out and fingerboarding with your friends and playing games of skate or going to events. Um, those are like the two routes. And that's how it is in skateboarding too, right? You do all these tricks to go skate with your friends and film, or like you become like a competition skater. And there's nothing wrong with trying both. Maybe you are the Nija. Who knows? But let's talk about the kickflip. Kickflip. You can do kickflips all sorts of ways. Now, I learned kickflips, not gonna lie, I learned kickflips on my thigh. And I learned them by going up, down. That's how I learned the ollie. And then I threw in a little kind of, and it flipped over. Now, what you really want to do, it's all about finger placement. I like to have my finger right here in the pocket. Some people have it all the way up here. That's cool too. But right here in the pocket, you're going to pop, of course, like you're doing an ollie. And then this front finger does all the work. You don't want to flick it super hard like you're playing table football. You're just going to slide it ever so kind of right here, this pocket, depending on how much concave you have and how high your kicks are, will really determine how your kick flips are looking and how much effort you need to put into the kick flip. But right here, let me show you on a board that has a little bit higher of a kick. Right here, see this? This is what you're aiming for. Right, right there. All right. So then, in here, boom, in here, pop, flick. And sometimes you're gonna get some rocket flips. It's if they're doing rocket, that just means you need to when you're flicking, you need to kind of flick and then like do this number with your hand, like you're scratching a record. All right. And even then, it was still kind of rockety, so and now we're getting to the realm of boning it out, right? Bone it out, which means you're just gonna tweak it, all right? So you just want to give it a little bit more That one was garbage, but yes, right there, that one would have been perfect. There you go. That's what you're looking for. And then here's one on a mellow. I just want to let you know this one's going to look a little bit crazy since I'm just going from that. Oh, there you go with the rocket. There you go. Boom. That's what we like. That's why I like low boards, because it pops low no matter how hard you flick that son of a gun. But yes, clean up your style. Fingers in, guys. Remember that. Don't be kicking your kick flips off the tippy part, right? The straight down vertical line. Don't do that. Remember, right here in this pocket, and you want to flick at an angle, just like that. Right there. I promise you they will flick. And that's about it. Practice that. Fingers in. I don't know about the thumb thing. There's some people like thumb out. Some people like thumb in. I thumb out. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care, how people perceive that. I'm a thumb out guy. I'm never thumb in. Now that I think about it, I have to try to be thumb in, and then it's like, I don't know, it's too much. Sometimes I'm like this too. You know what I mean? But yeah, clean up that style. It might feel foreign, but trust me, it's worth it when you start filming. And when you get around people that are crazy good, they won't be like, bro, tuck your fingers in.